1, 2, 3. Gerard. Oh, God. If you have watched any of the videos in the past, you know how much I hate Gerard. It's too much for words. I can't even describe how much I hate Gerard. And that's so great because it means that he's a really good villain, because he's like the Umbridge. He's the Umbridge of Teen Wolf for me. He is an old man and everything is his fault, and he's so mean and I hate him so much. But I'm so glad that he's back, because we didn't get any answers about that. Last time we saw him, he was just in his wheelchair coughing up blood in some apartment somewhere. And then in 3B we didn't see him, and then Allison died and Chris left, and it's been a season and a half and we just never mentioned him. And I was just like, what happened? What happened to him? And now we know. Well, we don't really know. We know that he's alive and now he's better, which is so, it sucks an astronomical amount. I hate that he's better. He had to have help, or did you leave him in there with enough food to last him for 3 years? Like, the man is coughing up black blood in a wheelchair. He was in the same room as the last time we saw him. Has he left that room in over a year? Because if he hasn't, he's probably even crazier than he was. And that's saying something, and that really means really bad things for everyone. And then there's Theo and his pack. So I have to thank the Teen Wolf writers for at least sort of answering some of the questions I had about last week, because I wasn't really sure how Theo's pack was really gonna work. It's clearly not mind control. It still boils down to Theo is an emotional manipulator, and he just gets people to do what he wants because he's Theo and he's a cute sociopath, and that makes it okay. Hayden is doing what he says because she feels indebted to him, because he saved her life, but also because he's still low-key threatening her. There's Corey, who got his life threatened to his face after Theo was like slided on the charm, and he was like, I'm gonna protect you. We're gonna protect them. Also, if you don't do it, I'm gonna kill you, which is very undermining to the fact that I just told you I would protect you, but that's cool, you know, that's a thing. And then there's Josh, who, for the most part, seems to be following Theo because Theo knows how to get him high. I mean, all we got to see was Theo electrocuting him to sort of give him a high, and I guess that also is indicative of, you know, he's with Theo because Theo knows more about what's happening to him than he does, so he's like better off with Theo, who knows what's going on, than on his own. Because Scott's pack wasn't an option for him like it was for Hayden and Corey. And Tracy, I don't know what happened to Tracy, man. I'm freaking out about Tracy because I love Tracy and I love Kelsey and she's doing a great job, but I need more information on how Tracy went from being this quiet girl originally, died, came back, and then she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill this guy. And Theo's like, you want me to kill him for you? And she's like, nah, I got this. Paralyze all of your organs and watch you die. So I'd like to hear more from Tracy about why her entire personality has changed and she's now just ready for homicide. I don't even think that Theo's threatening her. It just seems like she's now down for the game, and I'm very interested in Tracy's character and I want to hear more from her. So that's my next request. Hayden pulled back a little bit because it seems like she's like, oh, nothing feels right except you, Liam. Which I really love Layden as a ship, but it felt like a gift. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to accept that gift. So I'm like, as much as I would love for them to be together, I don't know if I trust them to be together truly. What if it's another thing that Theo's pulling behind the scenes? I don't know. It just felt a little contrived, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to get my hopes up and watch Teen Wolf smash them again. So I'm tentatively happy that Layden's back together, but I expect ulterior motives. The other gift that we were given in this episode was just the gift of Stiles dealing with things. Two of my favorite scenes in this episode were Stiles talking to his dad and talking about, you know, how it feels to have lost that part of him, and he's not innocent anymore and he'll never be the same, and it's so sad. It's so sad. That conversation was just so great about trying to like get your heart and your head in the same place and forgiving yourself being the first step, and like after you do something and you know that you've caused someone that much pain, you're never gonna be the same. Stiles and the pack already have so much on their shoulders, and it was just so great to see father and son hug, and the sheriff's line about how he would burn the station to the ground if it meant saving Stiles and learning how to bend. And I had a little minor flashback to the Braid and Derek scene, the sexy scene where she said she was going to teach him how to bend. But besides that, I was completely involved in the Stilinski family feels, and I was about it. And then there was the last scene, and Stiles and Scott are talking again, and Stiles has accepted that he's still part of the pack, and Scott has accepted that Stiles is part of the pack, and he doesn't need to know what really happened, but everything is okay. At least for now, everything is okay between them, and it's the most important thing to me, is to have my boys be friends. And then they drew the thing, and then the Stiles drew the thing, and it was so great. And then I had the 3A flashback, and you guys know how I feel about season 3A, and 3A flashbacks are especially special to me, and Stiles was just like, I still hate that tattoo. And Scott was like, I know, but you could hear the smile in his voice, and I'm just so happy that they're friends again. I'm so happy that they're friends again, guys. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be the cohesive video, but I'm just like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk cohesively about Stiles and Scott's friendship and how important it is to me and how happy I am that they're in scenes together now and they're not fighting. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that in a voice that's not sort of like this and sort of weepy and make faces like this. Wait, no, I completely forgot my other favorite thing. My other favorite thing is Lydia Martin. Oh my god. Meredith, from the beyond of wherever she is gonna teach Lydia how to use her banshee powers. And you have no idea, maybe you do. Maybe you are just as happy about this as I am, but just like the idea that Lydia is gonna learn the banshee powers from Meredith instead of all of the fighting of scenes with Parrish, or that Valak was gonna have to teach her, and oh my god, I'm just so pleased that Meredith is gonna teach her how to use her powers, and that it's Meredith and the banshee girl friends teaching. Yeah, yes. It's just yes. And then we got to check in on Malia. Malia is working with Brayden. Brayden, whose style is still like, oh yeah, you know, I could torture you, but that'd be really messy and I'd get blood all on my nice Italian boots. So how about I just give you $10,000 and you tell me the information? And because we got that information, I got my answer about Deaton. I've been asking about Deaton for months. I've been so worried about Alan Deaton, and you know what? Alan Deaton is okay. He's worse for wear, and he's a hostage, but he's okay, and the Desert Wolf hasn't killed him yet. And that means that he could pull through, and that means that I am less worried about Alan Deaton today than I was yesterday, and that is a good place to be. And then we got a peek at Kira. We got a tiny little peek at Kira, which will be answered and delved into more tonight. We will find out more about Kira and her journey and her badassery, but that was such a great scene, and I thoroughly admire the French braids of the girl who emerged from the sand and her hair was perfect. That's really, like, if Teen Wolf could be real, like, that's what I would wish for. I mean, like, there are people who have perfect hair when they grow out of the sand. There are girls who have perfect eyebrows after they spend years of their life being a coyote in the woods. And I'm just like, I wish I could do that. You're all incredibly beautiful, and I don't understand how that's physically possible for a cast to be so good looking and wonderful. That about wraps it up for this video, so good luck tonight, and I will see you again next week. Ow!